Welcome back to Should You Watch This with the Popcorn Priest. I'm your host, Chris Compton. As always, I remember seeing the trailer for this movie and I was thinking, I feel like I need to pick a movie for the screening that is a foreign film or an independent film so I can show off to my movie buddies. Well, this was our review of said selection.
Critics are calling The Great Beauty the year's grandest, most exhilarating foreign film. It's a must-see, thrillingly good. The most unforgettable film of the year. Winner of the Golden Globe. Now it has been nominated for an Academy Award for Best Foreign Language Film. The Great Beauty.
Joining me are our reoccurring guests, Taylor and Cole. We're excited to have them back on the pod, as always. The description for this movie, The Great Beauty, from 2013. Jep Gambardella has seduced his way through the lavish nightlife of Rome for decades. But after his 65th birthday and a shock from the past, Jep looks past the nightclubs and parties to find a timeless landscape of absurd, exquisite beauty. Top billed stars, nobody you know. Directed by Paolo Sorrentino. Runtime of 2 hours and 21 minutes. Rated R for some adult themes and I think there was some nudity and some swears in Italian. So that's why it's rated R. Rating from IMDb is 7.8 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 91% from critics and 80% from the rest of us. So the box office money that it made was $24 million, which just seems pretty high for an independent film. You can stream this right now on Canopy, and I mentioned this on a previous pod, but with the library card, you just put in your library card and you get to stream a bunch of movies on Canopy right now. New streaming service, at least new to me. Kanopy, Canopy. Some trivia, not much about this film, but one of Sorrentino's inspiration for this movie was Flaubert's famous statement that he intended to write a novel about nothing. Sorrentino stated by nothing he meant the rumors and gossip, the thousand ways we have of wasting time, the things that irritate us or delight us, but that are so short-lived that they may make us doubt the meaning of life. That nothing makes up many people's entire lives. He also said that he wanted to depict the great thing about life, the fact that you can be surprised by something that you decided was vulgar and wretched, and then suddenly, what is vulgar and wretched reveals its own entirely unexpected grace. This is basically if Seinfeld were Italian and was interested in making a foreign film for a film festival. Included among the 1001 movies you must see before you die by Steven Schneider. This film is part of the Criterion Collection, number 702. Welcome back to another episode of the Popcorn Priest. It's Brain Wrap Brains. Or no,
it was 24 frames.
24 frames Brains.
When did we decide? I don't remember that.
That was a few times ago.
You wanted something that had to do with 35 millimeter.
Oh.
And Taylor is...
Call me 6,000 foot Marines.
What were you?
Nice.
You had a nickname.
You're Xenon Gas Tribe.
Xenon Gas Tribe?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's a noble gas.
Tonight was my unfortunate pick.
I wouldn't say unfortunate.
This is our November pick. The Great Beauty, 2013. Not rated.
You chose the art house pick.
It's like the most art house thing imaginable.
It's not rated, but there's plenty of nudity.
It would be R if it were rated.
I have not picked a movie like this ever, so I had to have at least one. You guys have picked a lot of obscure
What's the weirdest thing I've picked?
Taylor picks the bad ones.
That last one wasn't an art pick. It was a
Well, no, I
blockbuster
mean,
at its time.
Your weird ninja one, and then your...
I didn't pick the ninja one.
Yeah, I thought that was you.
That was me.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was a great one. But you did pick a...
You picked the
Miami-
Dragon
Oh,
Sound.
I picked Miami Connection.
Yeah. You picked Dragon Sound.
Yeah.
Anyway, I picked The Great Beauty, 2013. A charming 65-year-old journalist, Jep Gambardella, writes about Rome's
Gambardella.
culture and social. He reflects with bitterness on the passions of his lost youth, even as he paints a complex portrait of the lovely and ancient city.
Jep was 65?
Mm-hmm.
That guy was so fly. I could have believed he was 20.
I kind of felt like he had nice skin. His face was...
He just, I don't know.
I mean, it was old, but like
he didn't, he looked like he still had a lot left in him.
lots of moisturizer, I felt like, on Jep's skins.
It's like, he's just getting with ladies. No issues.
He gets the right amount of sun. He probably uses sunscreen.
Yeah, he got with a lot of ladies that we got to see. There were others that were... Another time we'll have to hear those.
It always skip, but you're like, yeah, Jep.
Yeah, that's the one annoying thing was that...
I didn't need to see Jep getting it on, to be honest with
Well,
you.
not that. It's just how much it tends to jump between...
This movie has all sorts of random shots.
Yes.
That are just kind of like, we're setting a tone or a mood, and you're just like, no, you're just easily distracted. That's the image you get of
This
the camera
person's
person.
here 1 minute and gone the next minute.
Or a random shot of a dog and some
And some
nuns.
woman, or someone walked.
Yeah, it
Or a
was,
really old nun climbing upstairs.
Yeah.
it was a love letter to old age and Rome.
I don't know if it was a love letter to old age. It seemed
More like
kind of regretful.
More like an introspective letter.
An introspective letter. To
Don't
old
get
age.
old without getting married and having a family, or you'll be miserable.
But
It's kind of the
he was kind of fine with not having been married and have kids.
Well,
I don't know.
No, not after the end of the second half.
This movie has like 1,000 plots and also no plot.
There's no linear.
It's like there's like 1,000 little bits and tidbits, but no plot really.
and slow moving shots.
Yeah,
It takes a while to establish.
and it just
A couple of
goes. It
storylines.
just goes forever. It's so good. It's kind of how I felt about Blade Runner. It just went for like 3 hours.
I like both Blade Runners.
It's so good.
Loved them. With all my heart, I loved them. I'm sad that the second one didn't do as well, even though it was critically acclaimed.
It did all
I
right.
remember being like, it was like, I was in it. I was digging it, and I looked at
It
my
made-
watch, and I had an hour left, and I'm like, this is the best.
It's so good.
You're getting off. Movie
Yeah,
here.
sorry.
No,
But
sorry.
we're just talking about slow moving movies.
Back to the great.
I thought the
beauty.
main guy was pretty, I don't know, he had a charm to him. He was fun to hang out with.
Yeah, I'd hang out.
Pretty much
with
the
Jeff.
entire movie.
If you want to learn about old age.
The movie does start strong, though, like Chris was saying before the recording
Please
started.
not make noises while recording.
Well, what noises?
The noises.
Get your hand out of the candy, Chris.
Taylor.
Get your
Stop.
hand out
This
of
is
the
the best time to go for
candy.
peanut butter while his hands
Stop.
are. He's holding his phone. He can't stop you from getting peanut butter.
Please, you're creating a lot of noise.
It's
gross.
fine. People know it.
No.
No, Chris, get your hand out of the candy.
It's fine. He's after dinner, man.
Stop it. All right.
Yeah, Chris, very
I-
unprofessional.
I thought I saw this trailer probably a year and a half ago, and I swear it was you guys
No.
showing it to me.
Absolutely not. I
And I
know
thought
nothing of
it
this movie.
looked awesome.
I remember reading this review when it came out, but that's the only time I ever thought about this movie.
It's the candy.
Oh my god.
It's fine. It's just a wrapper.
I
It doesn't digress from the overall conversation.
Whatever,
we're
people
having
will
about
listen to
film.
this on the YouTubes and fall asleep to it. They're like, oh,
Someone
that's
had
really
to find out
paper.
about this movie. But
Yeah, and we're waking them up.
It wasn't either of us.
Yeah, it wasn't me. I've never heard of this.
Well,
But I say a lot of things that I don't remember, so it could have been me, and I just
There's
don't recall.
remember the film we watched where he was completely out?
Yeah.
There's a couple of films like that.
Oh, there was only one that was you were gone like for like 48 minutes of it.
One, but there's a couple of. But I don't.
That movie was also like, it went forever and they never left the building.
And it was Cole's pick.
Yeah.
I can't help it that I have random sleeping hours.
Well, I think long ago when I watched this trailer, I thought I always feel like I need to bring my game to these screenings because I always pick popcorn films like
Your game.
up my game, like
What do you
like
mean?
my selection game.
Like
Picking-
bring in diversity of like
Well, it's
like Reanimator, where it's
only
like
so
this
much-
movie that you'd never heard of, but it was
Well,
amazing.
You guys always
Oh, yeah,
pick
you did
like
Reanimator.
Reanimator's so good.
cool picks that somewhat obscure, and I always pick like mainstream things.
Well, it's more just random. I mean, it's like, hey, we saw this movie or we saw a trailer. I mean, there's only so much research you can do before picking a movie other than reading reviews or watching a trailer.
Well, that's the reason why I picked it. I was trying to.
I mean, it is Criterion, and those visuals, sumptuous.
That's what I was going to say. If you know anything about Criterion or what it implies, then you'll kind of get a hint of what you're in for in terms of
Yeah.
their film catalog. It's,
We didn't mention this is an Italian movie.
yeah, it's subtitled.
Subtitled.
100% not American made.
Yeah,
As the
this
visuals will
would
tell you,
not.
this is not America.
This
Yeah.
would not make it at all in America, like for sure.
The American version of this is John Wick 2.
Yeah.
Nobody got shot.
That's the difference.
A guy fell over and died.
Several people died in this.
Yes, there was some unexpected, like, random deaths that kind of that keep throwing you for a loop. I think that's what's interesting. It's you don't know who's going to be around for the end of the movie or not.
What's going on even? I don't
Yeah,
even know what the movie's about. I still kind of don't.
It's about the great beauty of life.
it's Criterion. It's
Is it?
70% visual and 30% story.
Yeah, it's kind of like Terrence Malick in Tree of Life.
That's exactly what it is. It's the Italian Tree of Life.
It's a journey.
It has more
The Tale of Life.
It has more narrative than that. If we're gonna put like
Yeah, that's true.
bounds on like
True.
how much of a movie
All
this
Tree of
is.
Life was Brad Pitt saying, "You got to work hard, boys."
Jessica Chastain too, talking about grace.
I don't have any desire to see that film.
It's good.
I like it.
It's a good show.
It's
Well, anyway, back to the film at hand.
Back to
I
It's like pinball.
give it a
B minus.
I give it a B medium bucket. No, I give it a medium bucket.
I still can't remember your rating system.
So it's golden bucket. Is the top.
So the golden large,
silver
medium,
bucket.
It's large, medium, small, and then a flaming bucket of popcorn.
You mean just charred, burnt
Burning like
burnt popcorn?
it's not.
You smell that fire and you run away.
So I'm medium. I'm a three out of 5
You're a
star.
C.
Yeah.
I give it a B.
I don't.
It was fun to watch. if anything.
It's like some stars. It was fun to watch. I would never have sought it out, and I wouldn't necessarily recommend it.
But if it's one of those films that's going to take 2 or 3 viewings if you want to actually try and understand
if
what
you-
the filmmaker's trying to.
If you want to get like which there clearly is one, you can tell there is some humor to this movie as well. It's just about like artistic, modern art and like
Well, and
high society
the
people
Italian
and
culture in general.
how they view themselves. Yeah,
Like sticking a nose up at like poking fun at high society.
yeah, and like what they view as art.
How pointless it all is in the end.
It's like there's some funny satirical stuff in there.
Yeah.
It's not for me. It's not made for me.
No, I don't think it was made for us.
Well, audience of a certain age, definitely.
Yeah, I think if you were older,
If I was 60, I would definitely be
Probably
more introspective about
40 to 70 is
themes.
the better range.
I'm almost 40.
Well, but you're not yet there yet. That's why.
you gotta be a 65 journalist who wrote a very famous novel at one point in your life and then never wrote anything
Who
else.
loves to party.
And just
been partying for 40
loves to
years.
party. Man, that opening scene with him dancing, it's probably
So
one of the
good.
best. One of the best
The
scenes.
music is great as well.
Yeah, the music is really good, and the visuals are great too. Other than they're just kind of like,
Basically, if life was just one big art project.
yeah, more or less.
Yeah. All right, so we got some stars from Taylor, a medium bucket from the Popcorn Priest,
I give it a B.
and a B. That's the first time you've used letters.
Well, if we're going, the rating system always changes.
Yours is star. Yours is like out of 4.
I'll give it 3 out of 4 stars then.
All right. There you have it, folks. The
I could
Great
watch it
Beauty.
again, but I'd be confused, so I'd give it 3 stars.
Okay, 3 out of 4 stars. The Great Beauty. Taylor, some stars, and me, medium bucket. Seek it out if you want to.
Kind of a mixed
I
bag.
don't know if you want to, but if you're in a somber mood,
Yeah, somber for sure.
you might enjoy just
If
kind of
you-
soaking
yeah.
it up.
If you have a good attention span, if you're watching it by yourself.
It's like, or if you just, it is a very chill movie. Like, it's not stressful in any way.
Oh, yeah.
It's not,
Like, there's no tension really.
Except for the creepy horror-esque
Yeah.
nun in it.
Yeah.
But at 2.5
Gots to
hours,
go.
it starts to tug at you after a while because
that how long? So-
you
2 hours, 20 minutes? Good.
you leave with almost as many questions as you had when the film starts.
Yeah, it's not meant to it's not meant to spell everything out. It's definitely one of those movies like, what do you think I meant by this?
Yeah, you
There are
draw
a
your
lot of
own
moments where he's trying to get a point across, and it's interrupted by something, which I feel like sometimes in life, like you don't always get to express yourself fully.
Or you're so close to understanding something and then
Some dumb
like it's like it's whisked away.
And then people start searching for candy in a plastic bag.
Yeah,
Always.
Yeah.
We're so high class here with this weird.
Yeah, Chris, why did you have to put your hand in the candy bag? Couldn't you wait?
Chris loves his peanut butter.
Just to set the record straight, I did not make the obnoxious noise in the candy bag.
Your word against mine. Who are they going to
You're
believe?
going to get so many hateful comments.
Yeah,
How dare you make that noise?
it will be only me in the comments.
It's like when the sound mixing's
You
really
can look back on
bad.
that in 40 years and be like, I should have been more polite. I shouldn't have reached in that bag.
All right. Well, until next time, we'll see you later. This is the Popcorn Priest.
You're starting to look like that dude
Signing
from Office
off.
Space. That's his neighbor.
Me?
Yeah, with your hair.
2 girls saying, I need to cut
Oh.
it. It's gotten bad.
I was trying to sign off here. Thanks, everybody. All right, welcome back to the most coveted. Should you or shouldn't you watch this? And this is tough for me because, I mean, I'm pretty introspective about certain things. I mean, for example, I have this weird thing that I think of. There's a finite amount of time and there's a finite existence of everything. Like, if you think about it, when you go to work and you go home, there will be one day where you leave work and that's the last day you work there. Or you come to your house and there will be a day where there'll be the last day that you go to that house. And it's the same with everything. And I have a weird thing where I think about that, even like toothpaste, where I'm squeezing out this toothpaste and I think there will be one day where I'll squeeze out the last bit of toothpaste out of this tube and it will be the last. Anyway, that weird thinking that I have gets me in the mood for this kind of a movie, but it's sometimes challenging to recommend stuff like this. So here are my top 5 reasons why you should watch this. Number 1, if you're in a melancholy mood. Number 2, you're getting older and you want to see an old person evaluate their life. Number 3, you'd like to see a foreign film with subtitles, because that's what this is. Number 4, you speak Italian and you want to see a foreign film without subtitles. And number 5, you want to reflect on your own life and how you've spent your life. There you have it, folks. 5 reasons why you should watch The Great Beauty from 2018. Hit me up on the Twitters as always if you want to interact with the Great Popcorn Priest at Popcorn Priest. I respond to every tweet. Next week, we will be reviewing Pottersville from 2017. So set your DVRs for that. It's a doozy. And it's kind of related to Halloween, and Christmas. So, topical. We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us.